What's cracking, everyone? I'm Carl Asami.
I'm Max Cal, and after several weeks of training, we are finally ready to take on the NES version of Double Dragon 2: The Revenge.
We were supposed to be training?
Well, yeah, Carl, didn't you read the memo?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're totally ready for this. So, this is, of course, based off of the 1988 arcade hit, and I gotta say, from this original trilogy, this is probably the one game that everybody remembers the most. It took everything from the first game and made vast improvements.
Although it did, there are a few differences from the rest of the series, as the battle system is based on the arcade series Renegade rather than the Double Dragon series.
Ah, yes.
So instead of having a dedicated punch and kick button, you've got a dedicated attack right and left button, which takes a little bit to get used to, but once you're used to it, it feels very natural.
Yeah. So of course we're gonna try to beat the game on Supreme Master, since it's the only way you can see the full game.
It's the one difficulty we have never completed this game on.
Yeah, so let's give it a go.
Yep.
19XX. Violence ruled the streets of New York after a nuclear war.
Man, 19XX. It seems like a lot of terrible things happened in that year.
A lot of crime syndicates. But thanks to Billy and Jimmy, they're keeping the streets safe.
Yep, with the good old-fashioned martial arts. The story is, they,
rescued their girlfriend from the first game after punching her in the gut and kidnapping her, but this time they do something even more dastardly.
They kill her.
She has been murdered.
So obviously,
the Double Dragons swore to avenge her death. Yes. Let's go, Double Dragons. Mission 1 into the turf.
Time for Revengeance. So I'm going to be playing as Jimmy in this playthrough. Max will be, of course, the main character, Billy.
I mean, if you've played the NES version, he was the only character you can play as.
Or as they were called in the original US release of the first Double Dragon game,
Spike
and Hammer. Yeah. Because I guess Billy and Jimmy were just too... Generic, the names were too foreign for American audiences to take. They had to make it Spike and Hammer. Americanized names.
So as Carl mentioned before, the punch and kick buttons are mapped depending on which way you're facing. So if I'm facing left here, B is punch and A is back kick. And then when you face the other directions, it gets all flipped.
Yep. So yeah, the first time I played this game, that definitely threw me off. But like I said, it feels pretty natural once you get into the nitty-gritty of the game.
Yeah.
So this game kind of starts off just like every other Double Dragon game. You're outside the dojo in the streets, working your way to the right, and eventually you end up on the rooftops. This is one of the longer levels of the game. It's kind of interesting, being level 1.
Mission here is to make our way to the very top of the roofs here. Now these are probably the most common goons you're gonna run into, but fortunately they're not too tough.
Yeah, the first level is definitely a cakewalk, but the difficulty increases pretty quickly.
But here's a quick way you can kill them. If you punch them 3 times, if I can actually... stop running away from me.
There we go.
Ah, there we go. So yeah, if you punch one of these goons 3 times, it will stun them, and it will give you the opportunity to grab them. And when you grab them, you can knee them in the face, or you can
elbow them, you can kick them in the face.
Or if you can hit the kick button to toss them over your heads.
Yeah. So even with the limited hardware of the Nintendo with only 2 attack buttons, they managed to add quite a bit of variety.
Yeah. Although, yeah, there were a couple of moves in this game I didn't even know were in it. like when you have the guys grabbed here, you can hold down and hit punch to do these downward elbow attacks.
Which are illegal in the UFC, by the way. Kind of a ridiculous rule.
Or if you hold up in the attack button, kick them high in the face.
Yeah, that's a move that I did not know about as a kid. Alright, we're going up against the first boss.
Burn off.
And if we're lucky, we'll be able to knee him a few times. Now the flying knee is the strongest attack of the game. Basically while you're ducked, you want to press A and B at the same time. And the timing's a little wonky, but once you get it down, it's not too bad.
I just did a hyper uppercut there. Basically, when you're in the crouching position, you just hit the punch button at the right time.
Yeah, that's still a pretty powerful attack.
They're escaping in the chopper. You'll never make it.
We must get to this, you know, as they say, the chopper.
Yes, mission 2, the helicopter. Now here we are, continuing on the rooftops, and it's our mission to get to the helicopter. I knew that was gonna happen.
I did not time that well. I should have let you take care of it. It's very easy to get kind of screwed over in that first jump. I gotta be more careful up ahead here.
Yeah, this is our first attempt in beating this. But rest assured, we will beat it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're twins, we're twins. It's practically made for us.
Yeah.
This game is about twin celebration here. Got the Williams.
Yeah, once you get to the top here, a helicopter shows up from the right and starts shooting at us. So we gotta climb down as soon as possible. Oh god.
Yeah.
Not too bad, not too bad.
Yeah.
Of course, the first time you play this game, you wouldn't know that was coming, so it's kind of a cheap way to take off a little health from the players, but...
And to do a spin kick, you basically hit the peak of your height here, and you press either the kick or punch button. It's kind of a rhythm you get into. Quite simple.
Yeah, it's definitely the signature move of the Double Dragons here.
Although, they're kind of hard to hit with in this particular game compared to number 3.
Yeah, in Double Dragon 3, it's a much easier move to pull off. There really isn't any timing to it. You can just spam A and B and basically pull it off every time.
Fortunately, there are a couple of enemies in this game that are pretty prone to getting hit by it, and we're actually going to be coming up to one of them pretty soon.
Alright, after we kill... Who is that? Is that Roper?
Yep. Alright, here are the second bosses, who are simply referred to as ninjas. On one-player mode, these guys can be really annoying. They just fly all over the place.
Yeah, their movement is pretty erratic, and there's quite a bit of RNG going on, but they're not too bad if you start spamming the spin kick, or the dragon kick, or hurricane kick, whatever it's called.
Alright, mission 2 down. Hold it, you'll never escape from us. GRASP.
Grasp. So cinematic, so cinematic.
The chopper escaped into the neon-filled night. Mission 3, attack in the chopper.
So this is an incredibly short level. It all takes place in a single room, but it's very easy to goof up. That door in the upper right-hand side periodically opens up, and then you start getting sucked towards it. And if you do get sucked into it, you automatically lose a life. Of course, the same thing can happen to the enemies, so you can use it to your advantage, but I find it's a little bit safer just to kind of hang back here and let the enemies come to you. Of course, once the boss shows up, it becomes a little bit trickier.
One more William before the next boss. Alright, Carl, I want you to move over to the downward corner of this room.
Okay.
I think I found out an easy way to take out this guy, Bolo, who's the relative of Bobo here. Basically, you just gotta hang around this corner, make sure he doesn't hit you, and then just manipulate him towards the door when it opens.
And that was the boss fight.
Awesome. The chopper is landing onto the mysterious island.
So who's piloting this helicopter?
I don't know, but what? It's not like they can put on autopilot.
Yep. Oh god.
Oh yeah. Those are supposed to be boomerangs, even though they look nothing like them.
Wow. In all my years of playing this game, I never knew that. See, you learn something new every day.
I wouldn't have known that if I didn't read the manual.
Nice, nice. More Lindas.
Yeah, they're the only females in this game, other than Maria, who got murdered.
Some of you might be against man-on-woman violence, but Linda's an exception. She's a jerk.
Yeah, when you're in a gang, the
rules
no
get
boundaries.
Yeah, you throw them out the window, and
yeah, this elevator sound effect gets reused in the third game. I think they're the same engine. Alright, it takes about 6 punches to grab these particular guys, simply known as ride arm. I think this guy was originally a mini-boss.
managed to knee him in the face there. Oof. This section's hard because if you jump, you end up cracking your head on the ceiling there.
Now this is a door, or Arnold, as we like to call him. Yeah, we are not left with a lot of space, but luckily it's very easy to do a hyper punch and burning knee.
Nice.
There. Alright, we gotta be careful with these crushers.
You can even get hit if they're moving up.
Yeah. These hitboxes are quite sensitive. At least on their heads. There we go.
Ooh. Not too bad.
Yeah, so speaking of beat 'em ups, how do you feel about the announcement of a new Streets of Rage game?
Oh, right. Yeah,
I'm finally happening
really looking
after
forward to that.
Numerous attempts.
Yeah, they've been trying to make a fourth game in that series since the 90s, in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
You might remember a fun little 3D beat 'em up from the PlayStation and Nintendo 64 era called Fighting Force. That game actually started off as a Streets of Rage 4 sequel, or 3 sequel. Didn't work out. It's still a pretty good game, but we're finally gonna get our true fix. Probably later next year.
Blaze and Axel are back.
Yeah, the graphics look good. I really hope the music holds up. Streets of Rage always had a really catchy soundtrack.
As all beat 'em up should have. Now we have to remember to move diagonally down to the left here.
Because we're gonna pop up on fast-moving conveyor belts as soon as we go through this door.
Yeah, it's kind of a cheap death that they throw in there for first-time players. Fortunately, this is the last part of the level. No bosses.
Another level down.
Where does this path lead us? We got no choice but to go on, though this is the way to certain death. Mission 5, Forest of Death.
So the Double Dragon series is heavily inspired by the movie Enter the Dragon, Bruce Lee classic. Obviously, Billy and Jimmy Lee get their name from that movie, and there's a number of enemies in the game that get their names from that movie as well.
William, Roper, Bolo.
Bolo, yeah, I'm a big fan of Bolo myself.
Yeah, you may have seen him in movies like Double Impact and Bloodsport.
Oh, I love Bloodsport. Cheesy, but so cool.
I mean, the Kumite really didn't really happen, but it's just violent fun.
Yeah, that movie was supposedly inspired by true events, but it's complete BS. It's complete BS. The story of, what was his name? Frank Drux or something? He's basically made up, fabricated a story about joining a secret society of fighters and did some insane martial arts tournament called a Kumite that he supposedly won. But any sort of research into the story proves that it was completely made up, but made for a good movie.
Yeah, so those logs we just jumped over is much harder than it looked.
Yeah, we made that look really easy because we have played this game quite a few times, but those jumps are pretty hard to pull off. The perspective's kind of wonky.
Yeah, these games weren't really made for platforming, but
I think they felt they kind of had to have platforming sections in the game. I don't know why. This game engine,
if the controls were
a little bit better.
Yeah, or at least made for something like that. But in this case, it doesn't.
There's another section where we don't want to get too far to the left because Bolo is capable of throwing us off the cliff over there. I keep trying to do the dragon kick or the knee, but my timing wasn't correct. There we go.
Very nice, very nice.
All right, we're near the end of the level here. I think we just fight a couple ninjas.
Here's
Chin.
Never
mind, Chin. This is the same Chin that joins your party in Double Dragon 3.
Or was he a relative?
Oh yeah, that's right. He's technically a relative, according to the dialogue of that game. At least in the American version. I don't know.
I like Chin in Double Dragon 3. His palm strikes are...
He's got the strongest punches in the game. His range isn't really good, but if you time his punches well, you can punch through enemies like they're nothing. Oh god.
Basically, we have to climb to the top of this steam train here, or at least I think it's a train.
If you don't get it in the first cycle, it can be kind of challenging, but luckily only one player has to get through to activate the next section of the level here.
Quite a bit of sprite flicker.
Yeah.
Because of these.
Alright, here comes the boss, right?
Yep. Just on board. Although that shoulder tackle can be quite annoying.
Yeah, it's a single frame and the range on it is ridiculous. There's not really a lot you can do to avoid it. Basically just move in and hope that he doesn't do it. Nice!
Is that it for you? Alright. Now for one of the hardest stages of the game. Where in the world are we? There's evil in the air.
I have a feeling this level is inspired by Game of Death. Heading into the Pagoda.
Yeah. Okay, before I explain anything about this level, I just want to get it done as fast as possible.
Yeah, we're gonna shut up for a second and focus. It's a lot of instant death in this particular level.
Plus, if I can get across here, we can get rid of these falling flames. Yeah, so if you have the Japanese version of this game, regardless of what difficulty level you play, you can play through the entire game, and it actually has an effect on the way these platforms appear.
Yeah, depending on the difficulty level, they actually do make the patterns for that a little bit harder or easier. But in our version, since you can only get here on the hardest difficulty, there's only one pattern.
Yeah. Actually, I think you can play it on Warrior, but
Oh,
not
okay.
practice.
Yeah, I find if you get in a good rhythm, this part's not too bad. You just stay up here and spam the spin kick.
Alright. Yeah, I think because there's so many enemies on the screen, it's messing with my time.
Yeah.
Alright, jump over here. Jump over there.
Alright, this is a part where I think a lot of players remember
Rage
from their
quit.
childhood. Yeah.
Basically, you have to jump as soon as you see a shadow casting on these platforms. Doesn't give you a whole lot of room.
Alright. This is the section I should have been practicing, but of course I didn't. Okay. I got this. And the timing is not entirely consistent.
Closer. Yeah!
Not too bad.
Yeah,
It's
we're-
very easy to die in that
For
spot.
a split second there.
Yeah. I definitely
We're
cut it
gonna
close a few times.
Lose another Jimmy there. Really, from here it's on. Yeah. From here on out, it's too dangerous.
I think I heard Marion's voice. That's impossible. Or is it?
Or it could be a trapped room.
Okay.
This part's actually not too hard. I mean, the first time it's gonna throw you off since platforming in this game is terrible, but all you have to do is just jump once, move forward, jump again. Simple.
Yeah. Alright, not too bad. Now this part is somewhat... You've got time against you, because the floor starts falling apart on the left-hand side. If you spend too long fighting these guys, you end up in kind of a sticky situation.
I gotta jump on the other side of this guy.
Thank you, my good man.
There.
Alright, that should be it. So he's
Yeah,
got to
'cause
go
if you
through
don't-
his death animation.
Yeah. Doesn't it just burn him off?
Ha ha ha. Alright.
Uh,
Oh, okay.
oh.
This is a section I often goof up. The timing is very close for some of these jumps.
Yeah. Basically, you have to wait for these gears to stop moving so you can properly walk across. While avoiding these flying spiked cones. Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!
And I jumped too soon. Yeah.
Okay. Focus. We got this.
Wow.
Okay. Let's see, is it better to drop down onto this gear or to jump on it? What do you think?
Usually I try to jump on it before it stops. I feel like jumping down gives you too much delay. You can do it,
Okay.
Jammy.
So I have to jump on it, move back, and then jump. That's a tight window.
Yeah, that last gear goes on for quite a while, so it, yeah.
Alright.
I think we're past most of the hard parts of this level. I keep... It's hard for me to time the cyclone kick because there's too many sprites on the screen.
Yeah, these guys, they drop a ton of dynamite, so that really kind of throws off the timing for everything.
And then they have to blow up and make more things appear on screen. Luckily, they're almost dead. Thank goodness.
That was close. That was very close.
I'm so happy to see you again, Williams.
This is one of those sections where the bottom is actually a floor, right? There's a few parts of this game where you think you can move to the bottom, but it's not safe. You just automatically die.
Do not move to the bottom.
I always thought that was really cheap.
Climb this ladder here.
There we go. I hate when an item falls right on you and you're trying to punch him, but you keep picking up the item. Alright. Alright, chin.
Remember when you were a boss in the early games?
Now you're regulated to just a grunt. I say that as he beats me up. Alright. Getting near the end of the level here.
Yeah, I wonder what boss we're gonna face this time.
Good, nice one, nice one.
It's just a door.
Yeah, they didn't get too creative with the bosses later on in the game. It's not really until you get to the very end that you see, you start seeing something a little different.
Ooh,
nice.
I think we're just a couple levels away.
Yeah, but with only a 1-1-up.
Okay, goons, where's your slime ball boss hiding?
Ha ha ha, you'll never defeat our boss. You'll only destroy yourselves.
Yeah.
I always really like this song.
Yeah, that's when you know you're near the end. Now, on the normal difficulty, this is where the last level is.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's technically one more level after this, right? Or is it just a boss battle? I don't remember.
The last level is, yeah. I kind of like how it's almost reminiscent of the temple from the first game.
Yeah, that's
I think it's supposed to be
nice
the same
callback. Oh wow, I keep screwing up the knee attack.
Yeah, these guys, I just try to grab them.
Oh. You're right, that's probably a better strategy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ah, 6. They take quite a beating. 3, 4, 5, 6.
Now, be careful when going down this particular ladder.
If you're not perfectly lined up, you'll just fall. Alright.
Well, it is a big tile that they put there for the... Ah, hey Adora, how you doing?
Nice. Sheesh. Starting to get low on health, maybe I should let you finish him off.
I just want to do a hyper uppercut. There we go.
Alright.
This guy's a little easier. I like how they just took the Abobo sprite and gave him hair.
Yeah. I guess the art department got lazy on that one.
Or they wanted consistency.
Oh, sheesh.
Yeah. Fortunately, they don't come 2 at a time, like they did in the first game.
Yeah, that that could get real tough in the first
Alright,
game.
this is the last room of this
Okay.
level.
Is this where we fight shadows of ourselves? Or is
Yeah,
that later?
but there's
Okay.
a couple more guys we need to take out. Ninjas are back.
And boy, are they jerks in this one.
Yeah, they have a lot more room to get around.
And they're even more erratic than ever. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try to flying knee them this time. I'm just gonna spam the hurricane kick. Did he just jump off a... Oh, no, there he is. Ooh, you fight more than two.
That's right.
That guy's just been standing there for a while.
Yeah, I've been trying to stall him.
Oh, sheesh. Alright. I was really hoping to not lose a life here, but what can you do? Double dragon. I'm sure there's probably a much better strat here, but it's not like we studied any speed runs going into this.
Another unit. This might be the last two here.
Jesus.
Never mind.
Man, they don't mess around on this level. I could have sworn that hit.
I'm just gonna stand here to see if it'll... Okay, he's too far out, so now he has to get back in and clothesline me. Alright.
Okay,
Now
this-
these were the original final boss in the arcade.
oh my gosh, I hate when you can't hit them, but they can hit you. Sometimes the hitboxes aren't perfect.
Ah, I forgot they shoot fireballs. They knew Hadouken fireballs.
Yep. I hit him with 3 knees. Yes. Okay, so 3 knees is the sweet spot.
I don't know, man. I'm low on health.
Yeah, I think now that it's one-on-one, I'm gonna focus on the hurricane kick.
And don't forget to make use of the hyper uppercut.
Yeah, you're right.
You can do it after you fail spin kick. Oh, jump around, jump around. Okay, good.
Yeah, when they disappear like that, it's really easy to get taken out when they reappear.
Ah, help!
Nice.
Oh, that's it for me. Oof, you're all alone for this one.
Oh no. Okay.
That was...
It's impossible. It can't be her. Marion?
Mission 9. Final confrontation. I'm probably going to die on this attempt, but I'm gonna do my best.
Yeah,
So-
this is one area we had no practice in.
Yeah, so
but
I-
look, it's Marianne.
Yeah.
She's alive. It was all a sham.
But wait.
We've been double shammed.
This is the end of the line, Double Dragons. You are no match for me or my illusions. Let's go.
So
Yikazol!
this is the mysterious warrior.
I'm gonna beat you to a pulp. Get ready, Shadow Warrior. Go, Jimmy Lee.
Oh, and they actually keep track on who's alive. Alright. Let's at least get a feel of what this guy is like. we're most likely gonna make a follow-up video to this. Because we made a promise that we're gonna beat this game one way or another. Oh.
Ah, I keep screwing up the timing on that knee.
I have to use the spin kick too.
He always does that little backflip though. It's
Yeah.
real good dodge. Oh!
That certainly
And
wasn't it.
that was the final battle. Jesus. So that was attempt number 1. So I guess our next video is going to be just focused on this final boss fight.
That's right, Shadow Warrior. We're coming for you one way or another.
Alright, thanks for watching this video. Well, in the meantime, enjoy this awesome song from the Double Dragon universe. Take care. Woo! Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Twin Opinion cares about your opinions, and your participation keeps us alive. So share your comments, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel. You can also find Twin Opinion on Facebook or visit our website at asamiarrow.com.